How many times do you have to use a word to make it a word? Like, because every year they put new words in the Oxford Dictionary, don't they? But I probably think it won't be new words soon. It'll just be new acronyms, which is fine.
I haven't seen that dress before.
Well, it's new. I bought it in a charity shop in Bude on Saturday. So I was really excited about that. It's another £5 dress.
£5?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's quite a lot of money for a dress, if I'm honest. I always sort of bulk, yeah, spending £5 on a dress. But I kind of liked everything about it. So it's a smock type affair, but it's got a nice sort of dipped back. And not only that, it's lovely cotton. It's 90s warehouse. I like being able to look in the labels and kind of work out obviously where it's from, but you can tell what era that shop was in then by looking at like the font on the labels. So it's just, I bought it because I thought it would be good, because I was having a sauna on Sunday in Bude, and I thought I could just pull that one over a bikini. Actually, I bought a bikini in the charity shop, which was £1.
A bikini in a charity shop?
Yeah, I don't have any issues with doing that. I think it's absolutely fine.
Well, don't you worry about who's worn it before?
No, I know people think that's odd. I know other people don't worry. I have no qualms whatsoever just about whacking other people's clothes on. Or
Nice.
I mean, you're not really going to catch anything like that, are you? Like HIV is not going to survive in a bikini, is it?
No, it's a bit like underpants, I suppose.
Well, yeah, but
You kind of think about who wore them before.
well, if you wear them, I mean, you recently told my oldest daughter and my ex-boyfriend that you don't wear underpants.
Did I?
Apparently.
Blimey, that slipped out. I don't remember saying that. That's the first time they met me as well, wasn't it?
I know, which is fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean, there's definitely something to be said for not wearing pants. There's been a bit of discussion about that on some of your things recently. But, I mean, personally, I always favour wearing pants. And actually, I don't think I've bought like underwear, like bras from charity shops, but never pants. I don't know actually. No, I think I have. Yeah, but I mean, they have policies, you know, about what they do with things before they resell them. But then I don't know. Maybe there is just someone who sort of lurks out.
I suppose people have to wash them before they take them down there.
Oh no, I don't think they do that. I think people can be pretty bad about what they donate. I mean, charity shops have changed a lot over the years in terms of like, well, how much things cost, what you can and can't donate, what they will and won't take, and just a general thing, because it's, you know, grown in popularity, hasn't it? Like the kind of pre-loved boom, not only in charity shops but online. That's why I'm so boringly, perhaps, although I find it exciting, for me it's excitingly thrifty about things. I don't like paying much for things at all.
Was it £5 on the shelf?
Yeah, no, it wasn't reduced.
Wasn't reduced?
So it was £5. So I thought,
Did you ever knock them down?
I would never do that in a charity shop, no. I mean, as you know, I'm a massive car boot fan, and I would do that at a car boot. That's kind of just expected. But no, not in a charity shop.
Yeah.
And most of them, I think, have signs up saying, please don't do that. So you think of most of the people who work there, apart from the managers, are like volunteers anyway, so they don't want, you know, somebody's just come up and haggle with them. But no, I am ever so glad that I did buy it. And I bought a couple more recently as well. I've had a couple of really good wins, but I do tend to like flinch if anything is more than £5. But I think that's born out of like habit, and it was a habit that came from necessity, and I think that those end up being the most ingrained habits, don't they?
So how much did you spend on the other ones?
One of them was £7.
£7?
The other one was £2. And then actually...
£2?
Yeah, which is normally what I like to pay.
Yeah.
Then on my way here today, I got, this is the thing that my children have, well, they've lived with it all their lives, that I find it hard to walk past a charity shop without going in. I kind of get this physical thing, you know?
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like some people can't walk past a cake shop. Anyway, so I got this, which I think will look nice with...
Will that fit you?
Well, you think it might be a bit big? Well, it's a crop top.
Oh, it's a crop top. So just come. It might be a skirt for a dwarf or something.
I don't think you're allowed to use those words.
Okay.
Well, you can use any words that you want, really. But I'm just pointing out that some people might be offended by you. But I mean, that's not new news to you, is it?
No.
Okay. It's a crop top. So I just like the pattern. I've always loved a pink and orange colour combo. So I think that will look quite cute with a pair of Levi's short denim shorts like I wear.
Yeah. With the midriff showing.
Yeah, with my midriff showing. I think I might get my belly button re-pierced soon as well, which will be like the 4th time.
How much does that cost?
Well, you see, that was £3, and I did think, for a top.
No, the belly button piercing.
Oh, I don't know what the current prices are. I need to check. I should have checked yesterday when I was in the tattooist, actually.
Yeah. Does it depend on how big your belly is or anything like that?
I don't think so, because it's not like your whole belly, it's just like the hole. But when I went in there and the piercer wasn't in there, he said, can you like feel your belly button? Because I'd had it done a few times. If it's gone a bit hard, it's sort of something that's harder for them to get through. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't had mine done for like a long time. I had to take it out when I was pregnant both times. So, but I think it's time to get it done again. You could get yours done.
I could do, yeah.
I could film you again.
Buy one, get one free.
Well, maybe.
Now, something else is exciting has happened to your thigh.
Oh yes, well yeah. So when I'm wearing like said Levi's denim shorts, I can show off my intellectual gravitas.
What you mean, your actual intellectual gravitas?
Well, yeah, I'd like to think that I've got some degree sporadically of intellectual gravitas. I think it's like little flashes that come every now and then.
Yeah.
I mean, believe it or not, it does happen.
But for full disclosure, we have to tell the audience that is a tattoo that you've just had done this week.
Well, yeah, but also maybe perhaps we need to go back a little further and just explain that it was a phrase, well, I mean, not originally coined by, but recently used by Peter Davis, who declared that we all underestimated, or no, not all of us, you underestimated his intellectual gravitas.
Yes. Which
I don't think you do, because I think you know that he's intellectually inclined.
Yes, it's a fair criticism, to be fair.
And it's just stuck in my mind. So I thought it would be,
Can we have a look?
Yeah. So I thought it would be quite.
Without being too rude.
Well, no, it's just because I do obviously go to the beach a lot and wear bikinis, and also wear shorts a lot walking. Yeah. So I thought it'd be somebody might want to say. Yeah. What's that? If you catch someone looking, you say, "Oh, you're just admiring my intellectual gravitas." My tattooist did suggest that I could have just had, so maybe I should have on the other leg, stop looking at my minge. But I thought I would stick with intellectual gravitas. I thought that would probably be more fitting to my intellectual gravitas. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think it's great.
I mean, I could have that on the other side, just to sort of counterbalance like the high brow and the low brow. I could have stopped looking at my minge in Latin, but there probably isn't a Latin translation of minge, is there?
I'm sure there is.
Okay. You can Google it on your phone.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
So you went for a walk this morning?
Oh, yeah. Well, I go for a walk every day, don't I? 10 kilometres.
You do.
Best time of the day, really.
And you managed to forage some vegetables?
Well, yeah. I mean, yes, as you know, being thrifty is a big thing for me. Like I said,
the stolen.
Well, I mean, I suppose they are essentially purloined, but
now what is that?
It's a courgette, freshly picked 2 courgettes, and they feel how like they're cold, they're fresh, they're firm, they're shiny. Remember, I really like a shiny vegetable.
Why do you like them shiny?
I don't know, and I feel like I shouldn't. Yeah. Again, I have that kind of reluctance to admit that, the same as I do with the frog and toad and snake fear, because I feel like I should embrace all animals. Well, not actually physically embrace them, because that would be dangerous for the snake. But like, I feel like I shouldn't. I should be happy to for like wonky, misshapen,
are you embracing that
gnarled vegetables. Pardon?
You're embracing that courgette.
Well, I am. Or I had to. Thing is, I had to put it in my pants to get it back. I actually did.
The plot thickens. When you sent me a photograph, I thought it was a dildo. To be blunt.
What you thought? I'd just taken that on my walk with me?
Well, yeah, I thought you'd just taken it on your walk with you, and.
I don't know what kind of people you actually. I do know what kind of people you hang around with.
It actually looks like the Camborne courgette. It's that knob on the end, the bell end. It's a bit like the Camberwell carrot.
Yeah, I did think that.
Did you?
Well, no, I thought of the other carrot line from With Now. There's a certain je ne sais quoi about a firm young carrot.
Yes.
That's what I thought of, actually. Rob.
Yeah.
No, I just think that they'll be lovely to add.
But why did you think you should put it in your knickers? Was there a farmer?
Well, no, yeah. So basically, I was coming through quite a few fields which are owned by said very large farming company, packing station, very close to where I live.
Okay.
Very big enterprise now. So I was coming through those fields and I picked 2 courgettes. And as you know, we've had this discussion before. And I'm sorry to my best friend because she might even watch this. But again, I'd done what she tells me not to do. I'd gone on a walk with nothing else apart from my phone. So no drink. Like I said, I'm a firm believer you should have a big drink before you go, a big drink when you come back.
Yeah.
The infantilization of carrying water bottles everywhere is unnecessary. So I'd done that. So I had nothing else, you know, so I was carrying them in my hand. And then I came across like a whole field of pickers, workers, and I was like holding, you know, stolen goods.
Yeah.
And I mean, so I just had shorts and a t-shirt on. So I managed to sort of wedge them down the side of my pants with my t-shirt over them to get past them. I mean, I don't really think they would have noticed or said anything, but...
So they're actually stolen, really?
Well, I don't know. I think, well, I mean... Liberated,
yeah.
is probably better. Liberated, and they will be put to good use.
They will.
And also, quite a lot of them just end up rotting away. So,
what are you going to do with them?
well, I don't know, because I'm making a butternut squash risotto later, like a fishy one again, and with some anchovies. It will be nice. But I'm worried that the courgettes would make the risotto too watery. I was fretting about that earlier.
But you do need a fair amount of water in risotto. You normally use white wine. White wine
Stock
or
and wine,
lemon juice, yeah.
But I'm worried that the texture of it would just be compromised by the courgettes. We could just roast them separately. Or I might just try it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Well,
nothing really. I mean, I just complain about the risotto being too watery.
yeah, and I could get arrested. Not for the risotto, but for this. But there was some lovely cauliflower there as well, but there was a stretch to think of putting that in my pants. I mean, I could get away with this to the side, not to the front.
Yeah.
But it would have been a bit much otherwise. So, yeah, and some rosemary that cost me... I mean, I've got a load of rosemary growing in my garden. So, yeah, essentially sort of cost...
It's a very healthy looking rosemary, isn't it?
Smells absolutely beautiful. Rosemary for remembrance.
I've got a load
Which
of that
Francis Bacon plays that from?
in my vegetable patch there.
Your well-tended vegetable
Which I can't get to because it's so overgrown.
Probably full of snakes.
And my gardener's done a runner.
Has he?
Yeah.
So you had enough of your unkempt and mismanaged situation?
I think so.
What are you going to do then?
I don't know. Doesn't it all kind of take care of itself?
No, I don't think that happens with gardens. You could get a goat.
Goat.
Couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to get a goat.
Maybe. They can get a bit aggressive though.
Right, so we're going to go for a swim this afternoon.
Yes.
Is that the first time you've exposed your intellectual gravitas to the general public?
It is, and I shouldn't really be having a swim, technically. Everybody's going to start... Well, actually, I don't think anybody will care about my tattoo aftercare, let's be honest. But I have got proper thing to put over them so I can go in, so everybody can...
It's been a few days, isn't it?
It was yesterday.
Oh, it was only yesterday?
Yeah. I know, and my other one as well.
What's that one?
Other new one, little protection symbol. Quite pleased with that.
The all-seeing eye.
I've got 2 more phrases in mind to go underneath my new...
Have you?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, one is from one of my favourite albums by Baxter Jury. I thought I might have underneath that, I might have Seeking Out Unsavoury Business.
Good one.
Thanks.
Well, Baxter's been down here.
Yeah. And then underneath that, I've been re-listening to a lot of Rebecca Lucy Taylor in her guise of self-esteem. I like her album, which is called Prioritise Pleasure.
Oh, that's good.
So I might have that.
I actually like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you can have that if you want.
I might.
Why not?
I've got 13 at the moment, which is a bit unlucky, really.
No, 13's a fantastic number. I love it. But, you know, it's your body.
Prioritise pleasure.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good album.
Good.
I can't think if she won the Mercury Prize for that or if she was just nominated for it. I'm going to need to check that in a minute and check on the Latin for minge.
Yeah. We'll check the minge situation.
Have you got a Latin dictionary?
I don't think I have, actually.
I always wanted to learn Latin.
Yeah.
Imagine my intellectual gravitas if I'd done that.
Yeah. Well, tonight we're going to do a talk on, well, you're going to do a talk on Astro Dating.
Yes.
You know, drawing on all your experiences as an astrologer.
I thought you were going in a different direction in that. I thought you were going to say drawing on all your experiences in dating. To be honest, there's a fuckload of
Well, we've only got half an hour.
disastrous experiences. Yeah.
You can touch upon it.
Yeah.
You know, the more disastrous, the better.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, there's heaps there to work with.
Is that because you didn't check their star signs before you went out with them?
Well, possibly. I'd say half and half. Because actually some of the worst... Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard one to answer. But there's a definite pattern in my disastrous dating history, which does correlate with my particular astrological chart, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it is. You can see that mostly in your charts because, as we know, I'm a Leo, you're a Leo. We share the same birthday, so we're the same sun sign at the same degree. And I have a Taurus moon and rising, but I've got a stellium in Virgo. Mm-hmm. So Virgo is an important thing to me. And when I was younger, I was always attracted to Pisces men and ended up going out with loads of Pisces men, which is like the opposite to Virgo. And you get that opposites attract thing with your polarity sign when there's anything important in your chart, because there are similarities, but it also is that opposite attraction. Mm-hmm. And they ended spectacularly badly. I mean, most of my relationships have ended spectacularly badly, if I'm honest. That was when I was younger, but then as I was older and I think started to like myself more and appreciate myself more, I then had a pattern of going out with Virgo men. The man who I married was actually a Virgo. And I think that was because I was becoming more happy with myself. It's an interesting thing. So you can definitely always find, you know, reasons for what you are attracted to at different points in your life.
Well, I mean, looking forward to that one.
Yeah. I was going to say, as Jung said, we reject our Uranus. I knew you were going to like that. Yeah. So almost where your Uranus sign is super interesting. Right. Because if you look at that, then you can find out, you know, probably people who you will really, really not be attracted to, or almost will be attracted to, but will be repelled by at the same time. My Uranus is in Scorpio, so that makes complete sense because I have a bit of a an affinity with Scorpio energy. Yeah,
well, that's the shadow, isn't it? And the anima and the animus, but
yeah,
we're just showing off now.
Well, I mean, we're just flailing around the garden with our intellectual gravitas.
I mean, this is going to be way beyond all the people that watch my channel.
But no, later I'm basically going to roast each sign and say what's terrible about them.
I think they're going to roast each courgette.
There's only two, and I mean, they're pretty moderately sized, aren't they?
Yeah.
But perfectly formed.
They are perfectly formed, and they're very shiny.
I'm so pleased with them.
Good.
If there was an animal, we could have them stuffed. We could still have them stuffed.
Like if there was a snake or something.
Stop. You're going to end up manifesting a bloody snake. The way your garden's going, you probably have got a nest of vipers out here.
Yes. All kinds of critters out here.
Yeah. So.
Okay, well, thanks for that
horrible about
catch up,
Beth.
Later. It was very illuminating.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Anyway.
That's delicious.
We were talking about scissoring mermaids. Mm-hmm. Because my friend in Texas, the hairdresser, used that expression. Mm-hmm. It's from a song, isn't it?
Well, there's a band called the Scissor Sisters.
Right.
Who I really rate, actually. Animatronic is the lead singer. But I think she's kind of like equivalent lead singer along with Jake Shears. Actually, I've never fully grasped the irony of that.
Shears, yeah.
I believe that's right. This is off the top of my head, but yeah, I definitely rate the Scissor Sisters. I remember I bought their album the year that I had my eldest daughter, and she was born in 2004. So I guess that's when their album came out. You must know the songs.
I don't know actually.
But yeah, they're very you know, obviously out about, you know, their sexuality. So yeah, hence Scissor Sisters.
What does scissoring mean?
But it's one way in which lesbians have sex, isn't it? I mean, I've not done it myself, but I'm aware that that's what it is. So just a way of, you know, stimulating each other's parts to reach orgasm, I think. But yeah, I guess mermaids would have a problem with that, because you wouldn't be able to have the opening of the limbs, would you? Unless there was some sort of like adaptable mermaid, like a transformer or something. You have like the kids' toys, robots in disguise, so they could like morph. But that's probably making it a bit overcomplicated.